Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
Now the pass to Huertas. Kicks to Bass. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. The 11-footer. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Nance has got his first points of the game. Cavaliers leading. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Love comes in for Mozgov, and Irving subbed in for J.R. Smith. The Lakers also changing it up. Hibbert comes in for Brandon Bass, and it's Russell in for Kobe. Irving drives in. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Now, I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
That is good.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Can't get it to go. Nance with some nice D. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson comes in for Channing Frye. And LeBron's subbed in for Shumpert. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Irving kicks to Love. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. That falls. Great assist by Love.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Here's Hibbert. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
Dellavedova dishes to Irving. Fires it up. And that's good for 2. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Clarkson. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And
Gentlemen,
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie, the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. That does it for halftime as the game is just about set to...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the little things, the intangibles, that make a big difference.
Exactly. The numbers don't necessarily pop out, but he's really making his presence felt out there on the court.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson, and it's Hibbert in at the center.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually dropping over his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
Thompson, the rebound by Kobe Bryant.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount. You know, one thing you can say about Kyrie Irving, as he's got more talent around him, he's become much more efficient offensively. Shot selection had been a question for him, but no longer as he's gotten more help.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Iman Shumpert in for LeBron. Outside Irving. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Irving's got 8 points.
And Irving with multiple 55-point games last season. The first player to do that since the great Kobe Bryant back in '07.
He lobs it up. Smith, no good.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Larry Nance is checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Kobe. On defense, the Lakers. It's a 3-point game. Fry passes to Dellavedova. That's good.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Feeds it to Bass. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Lakers trail by 6. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. He has 5.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
James checked in for Shumpert. Julius Randle's checked in for the Lakers. To the wing on the left. Clarkson kicks to Randle. Mozgov with the steal. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and James throws it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Dellavedova dishes to Fry. A 3 ball. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. And the final period of play just about to start. The Cavaliers leading by 8. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Irving, and it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Pass to Kobe. Lets it go. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Love. And they're pushing it up. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Lakers. Irving against Russell. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. The second chance effort. Got a hand on it. Outside Irving. Fires from deep. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
LeBron drives in. The Lakers with the rebound.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Here's Irving. Again, Irving missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Kobe kicks to Russell. All alone. Not enough on that one as it misses.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Smith checked in for the Cavaliers. Los Angeles calls timeout.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
15 left in the fourth quarter. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
All right, Doris, thanks.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Lakers trail by 9. From deep three-point range, Bryant can't get that one to fall.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Well, wide open look for Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
LeBron can't get it to go. No one near Randall as he lets it go. The shot is off. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 12. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, they can game plan all they want, but unless they can put more time on the clock, I think this bad boy's over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they hope to get accomplished with this time out here.
Assisted, Marcelino Huertas.
16 seconds left in the game.
Lakers foul call. Larry Nance. That's his first personal foul.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Timeout called for the Lakers.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're trailing by 11. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you are in the midst of yet another great season, posting tremendous individual numbers and the team with an outstanding record. Is this the type of season that you set out to achieve right from the get-go?
I just wanted to play well. This whole season, I got back to what I know I'm capable of doing, and that's having fun with this game, and just believing in myself and my teammates. So I'm happy to be in a good place.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
How much would every team like to have a big man who's able to do the things that Kevin Love does? He can play close to the bucket, he can spot up from long range, pass, drive the lane, rebound, you name it. I'm glad he didn't hold back tonight. He let it all hang out.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Nets in Brooklyn. And for Brooklyn, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. One of the guys we're going to see tonight is Brook Lopez. Last season, a little bit of a bumpy ride, and he spent the last few years battling injuries. But he showed he can still be an impact big man, Shaq.
Yeah, Ernie started off slow.
The Lakers continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. He'll be the Nets off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Lakers. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
Ellington with it. Outside check. Young outside. From outside the arc. Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Young last year, as you mentioned, GA, shipped to Brooklyn, provided good punch off the bench.
And Young is so efficient in his scoring that he's a great guy to play heavy minutes off the bench. Shot over 50% from the floor in his games with the Nets.
Outside check. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And that one hits back iron. And that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Randall's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And Young, here we go. The pass to Bogdanovich. 3 on the clock. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Nets were pretty far back from relevance at times last season, as we saw. It took a late season hot streak for them, Greg, to get into the playoff picture.
Yeah, and that was a neck-and-neck race with the Pacers right till the very end. Not exactly what they had in mind at the start of the season, but they did pull through.
And, you know, for the Nets, they ended up being bounced out of the first round, fell to the #1 seed Hawks. They put up a good fight against Atlanta and made the series interesting, but still came up short.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Young. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Jarrett Jack. And he recovers it. Williams passes to Huertas. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Offensive rebound. That is good. Hollis Jefferson's got his first 2 points.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
And for the Nets in the postseason, they did have a good showing despite that early exit. Many people expected the Hawks to sweep, but they took them to 6 games and capped what was an interesting year for Brooklyn overall. Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He's off on the second. Lakers trail by 5. Here's Bass, and he can't stop the run as he misses. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance. Now the Lakers on the break. And the jam by Larry Nance.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Huertas. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Young is out there with Thomas Robinson. Then there's Sergei Karasov. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2-guard. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And, you know, one thing that comes to mind with Kobe is his incredible dedication to win. I mean, you wonder if that has turned off potential free agents. Maybe he's a bit too competitive, but, you know, when you're in the business of competing, hard for me to imagine you can be too competitive.
It's the Nets now after the basket by Los Angeles. And Karasov kicks to Young. Unloads. Hibbert pulls it in.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here's Randall. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Nets with the lead. On up the court. Here's Robinson. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
On occasions last year, the Lakers were all right on offense. Other times, they were just stagnant. There was just no motion, nothing going on.
That's a great point. And their ball movement could use some work. A lot of ISOs last season, and it killed a lot of the flow the team had in the half court.
There we go, fans. That was your Brooklyn Nets.
1:39 left in the first half. And Jack kicks to Robinson. Good, and Jack gets the assist. 6 points for Robinson.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter. You know, for the Lakers, they were okay in the assist department, guys, but they were dead last in the league in secondary assists. That, to me, is indicative of an inefficient offense and also a new stat category.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Brook Lopez is checked in for Robinson. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Knocked away. It's stolen by Bass. Here's Huertas. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And for the Lakers and that secondary assist stat, that just means they aren't making the extra pass, or it means they are holding on to the ball too long. Either way, it hurts the offense. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg. And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
And going back to Brandon Bass, he was Boston's only enforcer down low once Sullinger went out with the broken foot. At that point, Greg, no one thought the Celtics would make the playoffs, but Bass help push them in.
And last season, one of the most meaningful in Bass's career in terms of his contributions really counting toward the bottom line. A lifetime role player, the outcomes of many games last year were swayed by how well he performed.
Hollis Jefferson, and it falls over the rim and in. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead. Up to 5 now for the Nets. We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. It's Williams with the drive, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Lakers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Here's Ellington. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
And so we conclude the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. And on the floor for Byron Scott as we get into the second half. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the center position.
Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Lakers trail by 6. Kobe attacking. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. Kobe's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Lakers. Nets shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brooklyn up to see if Lopez was available.
Here's Bogdanovich after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Lopez dishes to Young. For 3, Ellington. The shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Clarkson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Clarkson's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half. Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Bank shot, no good.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
For the lead, it's deflected. They get it back from deep. The rebound by Brook Lopez. The Nets have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. But they get it back. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Back to Kobe. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kobe's got 6.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now, here is Robinson. 6 points for him. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there. Williams can't get it to go. Brooklyn trailing.
Inside, 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bass passes to Russell. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Nets. Here's Kilpatrick. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 7 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Williams. And he overshot that one, missing.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the court.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Net shooting reasonably well, 45%. They've got Brook Lopez, Young out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Wayne Ellington, and it's Larkin in at the point. So that's the Nets 5. Now here's Bryant. T right on him. Here's Hibbert. Count the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And there's the call on Lewis Williams. That's his first foul. Randall's checked in for the Lakers. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Lou Williams. The dish to Bogdanovich. The three. And the Nets, another three.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Lakers trail by 6. Takes the 13-footer, and he nails the jumper. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They lead by 4. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Jumps up, and then Randall slams it in.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Here's Huertas. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Bryant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Now, here's Clarkson. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Out left to the wing. Clarkson kicks to Bryant. Can't hit from in close.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Now Randall to tie it up. No luck.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Sloan. Here's Lopez. Money!
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Clarkson kicks to Randall.
Come on, fella. Power it down. That dunk was redunculous.
There was absolutely nobody that was going to get in the way of that.
And not when he's coming in with that kind of force.
Big bucket. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open threes.
And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Money!
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Fast break, here we go. Here's Bogdan. Oh, jam! I mean, just beautiful. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
On Shumpert, toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
Now the pass to Huertas. Kicks to Bass. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. The 11-footer. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Nance has got his first points of the game. Cavaliers leading. Elbidova, the pass to Mozgov. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Love comes in for Mozgov, and Irving subbed in for J.R. Smith. The Lakers also changing it up. Hibbert comes in for Brandon Bass, and it's Russell in for Kobe. Irving drives in. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Now, I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
That is good.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Can't get it to go. Nance with some nice D. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson comes in for Channing Frye. And LeBron's subbed in for Shumpert. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Irving kicks to Love. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. That falls